My name is Garrett Caldwell. I'm an Accessory Tech 3 and I've been here at Duncan Aviation for about 3.5 years.
My name is Derek Harris. My position is landing gear team leader, and I've been with Duncan Aviation for about 15 years.
Accessories is small components off the aircraft. Wheels, brakes, all that stuff. Anything small on a plane that airframe does not want to work on, we work on. And we are the people who are in charge of getting those tore down and put back together.
Usually, my typical day, I come in just to go over the work scopes, making sure that we're up to date on everything, that our milestones are being hit, getting with the crew leaders, make sure that things are moving the way that they should. If there's anything that I notice might be falling behind, I will talk to them about that, try to get that caught up, check with the leads, and then of course dealing with any problems that come down, including issues during a function test, something not coming apart right, something inadvertently getting damaged, missing parts, and then just checking in with the crew to make sure that they're doing okay, not just with their units, but that they're mentally okay.
Making sure that everything's up to T, if I've done my part, and then it's game planning on what's the highest priority things. You know, if you got AOG contracts, those are priority one. Make sure that you get those your attention first, and if you can't do anything there, then you go to customer units and make sure that you can get everything kind of squared away on there. And then I'll start turning on units that I have, stuff I can work on.
Usually what makes a good day here at Duncan Aviation is able to complete something. It doesn't need to be just a small unit, doesn't need to be, a big unit, maybe the whole aspect of it, because as landing gear, we're dealing with the whole gear itself. And being able to complete that and see the finished product and it going out to the floor and not having any issues, no warranty, no problems with installing it, no issues, that is usually a big win.
So the expectations for the techs, it's 1, 2, and 3, and then you got your master techs. For tech ones, it's more or less you have to just kind of get a feel for things and then climb up, and then your actual standard turnaround times, you have a percentage you have to reach. You get growing on more harder units, I would say, or more difficult to work on units. And then you have Tech 3s who have to meet the expected hours on each unit, and they're more difficult units. And they're more or less along the lines of, how do I want to say it, teachers, kind of guide new technicians through units that they're experts in. It took me about 2.5 years. I've been a Tech 3 for a year now.
Definitely managing more people than I am parts. And I'm setting milestones for when something needs to be done at what time, so we make sure that we get that gear out on time. I'm also assigning individuals units to work, trying not to overload them with too much, but making sure stuff's getting moved through the shop. And every once in a while I'll get my hands dirty, especially when I can.
When I first started, it was the attention to detail when it comes to your units going out. When I first started, I was coming from a construction, equipment background, so they really don't care how the equipment looks as long as you just do the job that they're asking. But here it's, you're making sure that the safety wire is the right way, there's no missing paint, there's no corrosion, there's no this, there's no that. And at first it was like, that just seems like a lot. Are we just being that way because, or is this like a standard? No, that's a standard set by the FAA, and Duncan is all about that. Make sure they have airworthy equipment, and they're also delivering the high quality components out of the door every time.
Some of those most challenging things I see in the job is, it's definitely people. Units are easy. There's manuals for units. You follow those steps, you follow that process, and by the time you're done, you've got a completed unit. People are the hard part.
No manuals for people.
There's no manuals for people.
I would try to focus so much on getting this unit done on an expected hours, beat the turnaround time. And I got so focused on that I actually kind of got away from the quality. Went to the final inspector and he came back and was like, oh no, you missed this, you safety wired it the wrong way. And it was what turned to be a bad day, I went home and I thought about it. I'm like, you can't just focus on one thing, you gotta focus on multiple. You know, yeah, you wanna beat the turnaround time, of course you do, but you also wanna deliver the quality unit. And one of the master techs told me, he says, quality comes first, turnaround time will come with the quality. Once you know and get a feel for how these units are, it just comes like muscle memory. One person told me in my life, the best way to overcome challenges is learn from your failures and just make notes and move on from there. That's the same thing I kind of tell new technicians. When they make a mistake, it's a learning point and you just move on and you grow from there.
Some good traits and mindsets to have with coming into the shop. Obviously mechanical skills are number one. Being able to know lefty-loosey from righty-tighty, but also having drive, having that ambition to succeed. Those are huge.
They want somebody who likes to turn wrenches, likes to work and learn. Biggest thing is learning. And then they will teach you and guide you and let you grow through there. It's just a very friendly environment. It's almost like a family. I think that's the Duncan culture. They treat this as a big family. When I first walked in, I was kind of nervous as a new technician what it was going to be, and it was just like a whole different expectation than I thought. It was just definitely like a family. I really grown from my mistakes, but I've also grown with friendship here. I believe I gained a lot of friends just in working here in the 3.5 years. And you think with a big place like this, you wouldn't know everybody, but I mean, I remember meeting Todd Duncan for the first time. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna know who I am. And same thing with PK. And then PK was like, hey Garrett, how you doing? And how's the wife and kids? I'm like, how do you know I have a wife and kids? Like, you know, that's a lot of people you got to remember, but it's all one. We're all in this together, and it's like I said, big family, and I love it.
And I enjoy just having fun. When we get real weird in here, we'll break out the Mickey Mouse voice and just have fun with it. So.
There's a lot of growing, there's a lot of changing in positions. People want to try something new, and Duncan's really all about that. They let people transfer within departments and let people grow. They don't want to stop you from growing and expanding your knowledge.
But right now, my focus is learning this position and growing this team.
When I had that tour through here at Duncan and I fell in love with this place, I just knew I had to get here in some way, somehow, whether that was being a janitor or parts runner or something. I just needed to get my foot in the door. In 3.5 years of being at Duncan Aviation, I can't see this being a place I want to leave. I'm gonna have a 5-year-old probably by that time. I'm expecting my first. Thank you. Duncan-wise, master tech or crew lead or leadership position of any sorts.